Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to teach you that how to format a table. But before that, you need to understand that what is the meaning of formatting. Sometimes children get confused between formatting and editing. So let me clear you today that editing means cut, copy and paste the data, to change the data, to delete something and to rewrite it again. But formatting means changing the appearance of the data only. So what is the overall meaning? That in formatting, we are not going to touch the data at all, but we are only going to change its looks, that how it will look like onto the web page. So here we are not going to change the data, but we are going to change its look. How my data will look like is totally dependent upon the formatting features I apply on my data to make it beautiful. So here I want to format my table. So the data will remain same, but only the look of my table will get changed. I hope you have understood the difference between editing and formatting. In editing, let me repeat, in editing, we touch the data, we cut, we rewrite, we change the location of the data, etc. But in formatting, we don't touch the data. That means whatever the data is entered will remain same, but only its appearance will get changed. So let's move on. Now, we are going to learn some formatting attributes of the table tag. In this video, we are not going to talk about the formatting tags, but we are going to talk about some attributes which we can use inside our table tag. So here are multiple attributes. Let's start with the first one. This is a border attribute. So what is the working of a border attribute inside a table tag? Let's read it and let's have a practical also. It is used to draw a border around the table. So as we give the border to our table in MS Excel sheet, or if we talk about MS Word, we always assign a border so that it will be clearly visible onto the screen that these are my edges of the table. So here also in HTML, we can assign a border to our table. The value is always given in terms of pixels. Like I can give border is equal to 3, border is equal to 2, border is equal to 5. So the thickness can be increased or decreased dependent upon the value we are assigning to our attribute. So let's have a look that how can we do it. This is my web page which I created in my last video. The only change I have done is I have increased the font size of my data. That's it. So inside my table tag, if I write border is equal to 3. So what will happen? Let's save it. Control plus S. Go back to the web page. Now, as of now, my table is without any border, right? But as soon as I will refresh it, it will accept the border with the value pixel 3. Let's have a look. See this. The result is here in front of you. The border is assigned to the table having 3 pixel value. Now, if I change the pixel value over here, like in place of 3, I assign 5. So what will happen? Let's see it. Refresh it. The thickness of the border has been increased, right? Let's have a look upon the another attribute. This is my border color. So as of now, I have assigned a border to my table. I can assign a border color as well. Okay. So in the syntax, as I have shown you, that the border color can be assigned in this way. Inside the border table only, I have written this attribute border color is equal to red. I want to assign red color to my table border. Okay. Next attribute is align. This I taught you in the previous video also, that I can align my table to center, left and right. Aligning left is not important because by default my table is left aligned. But if I want to align it right or center, I can use this attribute. And the center spelling, please remember, this is not C-E-N-T-R-E, but it is C-E-N-T-E-R. Okay. The next attribute is BG color. This attribute is not new for you all. This attribute we have learned in our body tag as well. Like if I want to change the background color of the complete web page, I can use this attribute inside my body tag. Similarly, if I want to restrict my background color to my table only, so I can use this attribute inside my table tag. So let's have a look to all three attributes: border color, align and BG color. Here I have assigned the border. Now if I say border color is equal to red, side by side, I want to align my table to center, right? So BG color will take up next. Let's save it and run it. See, the border color is changed to red and my table has also aligned to center. Now let's come back. I want to assign a BG color to my table. Now do remember, because I'm using this BG color attribute inside the table tag, so the background color of my web page will not change, but instead only the table's background color will be changed. How? Let's say I'm assigning yellow color to my table background. Control S, go back again, press F5, and the result is here in front of you. The background color is only changed inside the table, not of the whole web page. Okay. So let's move on. Now we are going to learn some more attributes, like, as I have seen, the size of my table is this, but HTML is providing me some of the formatting features where I can increase or decrease the size of my table as well. How? Let's see it. Have a look. Height and width attribute. So table height and table width, I can increase or I can decrease as per my wish. How can I do it? Let's have a look once. So it has become too big, so I am going to remove this. Sorry, or let it be. So I'm writing height is equal to 400 and width is equal to 400. That means equally I'm increasing the height and width of my table. Control S. Let's have a look. F5. See, equally the height and width has increased. Now let's come back onto the slide. There is another attribute by the name background. Like BG color, we have used background attribute also inside our body tag. And what is the importance of this? That it place the background image. Whichever pattern or image you want to set as the background of your web page, you may use this background attribute inside your body tag. And similarly, I would like to tell you that if you are going to use this background attribute inside your table tag, then the background image will be restricted to that particular area only. How? I'm going to show you this. Let's have a look. If I choose over here background is equal to this. So inside these double quotes, I am supposed to place the path of my image. And as I have already taught you this, that the image, if it is already saved onto my desktop, then I will only go to the property section of my image. I will copy the name of my image and I will see the type of my file. As of now, you can see that the type of my file is .png. So how will I write it? I have copied it. I will go back to my notepad file, Control V, and .png I will write, because this is the extension of my file which I am going to insert. Control S, and let's see. Because it was an image of a Blu-ray disc, so my Blu-ray disc partially has appeared at the back of my table. It is not crossing the edges of my table. It will limit itself to that particular area only. Now we shall move on. Another attribute is cell spacing and cell padding. Now children, please understand, because this is class 10th board, this topic is highly important. Cell padding and cell spacing. 99% this question comes in CBSE board, that write the difference between cell spacing and cell padding attributes of the table tag. So please understand it carefully. So what is cell spacing? As it is written over here, it is used to create a space between the cells in a table. So as I can see in this figure, which is given over here onto the slide, that two arrows I have marked over here. One is here. As you can see, I am just hovering my mouse pointer over here, this arrow, and one is this arrow. So if I give any value like it is written in the syntax, table cell spacing is equal to 30. So what will happen? The space between my cells horizontally and vertically both will be increased equally. So let's recapitulate again. Cell spacing is used to increase the space between my cells in the table. Let's have a look practically. Like if I write over here, cell spacing is equal to 30. 30 means 30 pixels. Again, I am talking about the value in pixels. 30 pixels. Control S. Now carefully see, just wait. I would like to remove this background so that the visibility will be clear. Okay. So cell spacing is 30. Come back again. Let's observe the change. This is my previous table. Once I will press my F5 key from the keyboard, the space between these cells will be increased automatically because I have given the value as 30 pixels. F5. You can see the change, right? Roll number, name, marks. Now the space has been increased between my cells, and the separate border is displayed along with each and every cell separately. Right. Now, next concept is cell padding. Now, what is cell padding? Padding a cell. So, what is basically a padding? As you can see in this figure, I have marked two arrows horizontally and vertically over this cell XYZ, where my data is written XYZ. Now here, why have I marked it? Because I want to show you that padding means to increase the space horizontally and vertically within the cell. It will increase the space between the text which is written inside the cell with the border of the cell, not with the border of the table. Do keep in mind, this is with border of the particular cell only, and it will be increased throughout the table. It will not be applied onto a single cell, but it will be applied onto all the cells in the table. So let's have a look. If I say cell padding is equal to 30, so what will happen? Press Ctrl S, go back again, F5. Now as you can see that the space inside the cell has increased as I'm placing my mouse cursor over here horizontally and vertically both. And sometimes, like if I talk about this marks, because my data which is written is big, that's why I can say that vertical distance is more, but horizontal distance is less. But if you see in case of XYZ and ABS, you will find it equal. So the length of the data is also important and also matters. So this is cell padding. So let us recapitulate again. Go back to the previous slide. Cell spacing refers to the space between the cells in the table, and cell padding refers to the space inside the cell. Now, let's move on to the next topic. Next attribute, I would say. This is frame and rules. There is another attribute in my table that as of now I have assigned the border to my table and I have assigned the border color also to my table, but there are some more attributes like frame attribute and rules attribute which change the appearance of my border also. How? Like if I talk about MS Word or MS Excel, I can say that the borders are many, right, of many types. I can assign the border only to the top. I can assign the border to my table only for bottom, to the left or to right. Multiple border options and multiple border choices are there. Similarly, in HTML also, I can apply the same. So frame is an attribute which works basically for the outside border of my table. I can show you, like the border which is around my roll number, name, marks and around my data is my inside border of the table, and the thick boundary in red color which is visible to you is my outside border. So this frame attribute works for the outside border, and it has multiple values, as you can see over here in the table, that if I say frame is equal to above, then only the top edge of my border will be visible onto the screen. As I can say that the border has four sides, top, bottom, left and right. But if I assign frame is equal to above, then only the top edge of my border will be visible at the moment. Below means the bottom edge will be visible. Border means all the four sides. Box is again similar to border. H side means horizontal side. So if I talk about horizontal sides, then it is top and bottom. Next is V sides. So V side means vertical sides. Vertically, if I talk about, then I am talking about left and right. RHS, right hand side edge, LHS, left hand side edge, and void. Void is a word basically we use for empty value. Like sometimes I, in general terms, if I say at my home that my phone was kept in the void area, that's why no calls were coming to me. So what does it mean? That my phone was not catching the network because it was kept in the void area. So void means empty area, blank area where nothing is there. So if I write frame is equal to void, means no edge, no border at all. Let's try it practically. So I am writing here frame is equal to above. Let's start with the above value, right? As of now, my all four sides are visible, but I would show you that only the top edge will be visible if I'm writing frame is equal to above. Control S, go back to the page. Now four sides are visible, F5. Only the top edge is visible now. Let's come back, change the value. If I write over here below, that means my bottom edge. Control S and see the change. Only the bottom edge is visible now. One more example I would give you, that is V sides, vertical sides. So control S, go back again, F5. So vertical means left and right both in a standing position. So standing is left and right only, not top and bottom. Now next we would like to move upon next, which is rules. Now if I talk about frame and rules, both are working upon the borders only. But where is the difference? That frame works upon the outside border of the table and rules attribute works upon the inside border of the table. And the values are none, there is no border. Groups, only the grouping of rows and columns will be visible. Rows, that means between the rows only the intersection point of my border will be visible. Calls, specifically for columns only, and all means everywhere. So let's have a look practically. I would say void. Let's remove the border in the frame. Control S. Now there is no outside border. Only the data is enclosed within a border, which is known as the inside border of my table. Now, how will it work? Let's have a look. If I write rules is equal to rows. Okay, so we have learned that if I'm writing rules is equal to rows, means only between the rows my border will appear. Control S, go back, F5, as you can see. Now from everywhere the border is removed and it has come between my rows horizontally, right? I can show you for calls also. If I write for columns, so the word is calls, C-O-L-S. We don't write column complete, right? Control S, going back again, F5. Now vertically between the columns, because roll number is one column, name is one column, and marks is another column. So between my columns only, the border is appearing. So I hope this formatting feature is clear to all of you, right? I would try one more. I can write over here all. If I write all, then what will happen? It will be visible in this way because there is no outside border. So inside my cells only the border has appeared. So this is enough for today, children. And in our next video, we are going to talk about some formatting tags also and the attributes of TR and TD tags. Today we have discussed only the attributes of table tag. Okay, so thank you children. Bye-bye.